Welcome everybody. Welcome back to Camisha Reviews. How y'all doing? Now my internet's acting a little funny, so I might freeze up. I want to apologize ahead of time, my crew and everybody who's watching. But we have a queen, a boss in the background, okay, who I used to think was a peacemaker and is coming through and is showing us something else, another side of her this season. Okay. The Belle Collective, the queen, and her hair is so cute. Y'all need to how you doing, mama?
Hey, love. How are you? First of all, thank you so much for having me. I know we tried so hard last season. Thank you so much. It is an honor to be interviewing with the queen. Okay, so thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
I know, but it wasn't meant for it to happen at the time. It was meant to happen right now. So it's all good. It's all good. First of all, I want to thank you for gracing my presence and come to my channel and come to my platform, because the thing about this season, I feel like, and I've seen people chat about it online, it's like you still are the peacemaker and all these things, but it seems like this season we're seeing like somebody was like, look, I'm done. Everybody, and to me, it's understandable. Do you feel like you came to this place to the point where it's like, I'm just done? I've been a friend to here, a friend to there, another brunch down the drain, all these stats, it's like, damn. Mm-hmm. That's how I was looking at it. I was like, give her a break.
Yeah. And you summed it up. Like, just let adults be adults. Let grown people be grown people. Like where I am in my life right now, Camisha, I'm dealing with some stuff right now that I would have never imagined, and all this extra stuff trying to fix everybody. I'm still going to be me, but I'm not going to allow it to drain me. There is so much more attached to me. My destiny is waiting on me. So right now where I am, it's like, listen, let me work on me. There are some issues inside of me that I'm dealing with. I'm just going to let grown people be grown people. And I pray that, one day we can all get along and we just moving in love and light,
100%. So it's, you're a mother and your little boy, he's so adorable.
Thank you.
And I literally cried this season on the episode when it showed you and your mother and your son. And the reason why I cried is because I took it personal. My mother is there for me, my kids. And so a lot of women really can relate to that. And you trying to keep it all in, it seems like at that moment when you just kind of lost it. And I know it wasn't just me that lost it with you. Mm-hmm. And I know it had a lot to do with seeing your son and seeing him trying to transition. Because I feel like you blame yourself. I'm not speaking for you, but that's the way I was looking at it. And I wanted to say, do you blame yourself because he's so sad? Because I want to say, don't blame yourself, because you do what you got to do for yourself, and that's the most important thing to a child. So, but do you blame yourself for his being so upset?
Thank you. I blame myself and Glenn, because when we, mind you, Glenn and I, we've been together for a while. We couldn't have children. I have PCOS. That's why I advocate for PCOS. So I have that, and the doctors told me that I couldn't have a child. One thing, when the Lord did bless me and open my womb to be able to conceive, we stretched across the bed with Joshua in my stomach, and we vowed to keep it together. We want him to understand and know that it's okay. It's okay to see Black families, a mother and father in the same home. We wanted to see all these things. So, Camisha, we set out all these little
Hmm.
things that we were going to do. And I feel like we let him down, you
Hmm.
know? So I do feel that you're right. I don't know what gave you that feeling, but you are exactly right. And I definitely don't want to disappoint my son, but also I understand how we can disappoint and do more harm if we stay in situations that we shouldn't be in, or if we try to, just because a child is in the midst, that we try to make it work, because they're still going to feel it. I want him to understand
100%.
that you don't have to be in a toxic situation in no situation in your life, whether it's with your friends, whether it's with your spouse, whether it's in a job or whatever. So, I do feel like I failed him a little percent in that. I do.
So speaking of that, the Glenn situation, I know the reunion was a big blow up and everything like that. I feel like you handled it with grace because that was a lot, especially in public. Do you have any regrets opening up your life to public? I'm sorry, to the public eye as far as your marriage, especially how everything blew up from the reunion to where we are now.
Mhm. What I will say, and I'm gonna stand on it. For me, Camisha, my personal experience, I found my voice in reality TV.
Hmm.
I found myself in reality TV. I've been with Glenn since I was 17 years old. I valued his opinion. His opinions. I followed his opinions. And when I was put in a situation to where I boss up myself, it wasn't like, what you think, Glenn, what you think. I found my voice. I found who I am in reality TV. Do I regret me sharing my life and my story? Am I embarrassed at one point? Like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm saying this. I can't believe I'm doing this. But no, I have no regrets, because I hope and pray that I'm an inspiration to someone else. So that's the only thing that's keeping me, like, I can't believe you actually put that out. I hear that all the time from people closest to me. Oh my God, you went on television and you opened your life. I feel like in anything, I understand my purpose in this world, and my purpose is to inspire and uplift. Well, I can't do that faking who I am. So this is where I am in life, and I hope that people will, be inspired by it. And hey, you want reality TV? Then here it is.
Let's go. I love that. So, you being in reality TV, it gave you a voice. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So, it also showed you some of the things you may not have been paying attention to as far as negative things. Was it Glenn? Would you say that?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. My
Mm.
marriage, my friends, knowing that I'm supposed to be doing more in my purpose, and now having a platform to do more in my purpose. It was just an all around. It was evolution in every area. I wouldn't say just one area, like, oh, my marriage, but yeah, definitely there. Definitely me as a
Right.
person. Me,
Mm.
you teach people how to treat you. So
Mm.
I found myself. I found me. I found my voice. You know what I mean? I push people to purpose. But this platform allowed me to be able to push my own self to purpose. So I don't regret
Wow.
it. Do I cry? Yes. Do I
Of
we
course.
watched the
Of
episodes
course.
when you guys watched the episode. So to see Joshua,
Mm.
yes, I'm crying.
Mm.
When we filmed that, Camisha, I was in one of the lowest parts of my life, the lowest level, of my life that I've ever been in my entire life, to where I was
Mm.
like, do I even want to film? Because
Right.
I can't even control my narrative, because my emotions are so high. Like, I can't be sitting on stage holding hands with Glenn at the reunion, saying, okay, this is, yes, there is a
Mm.
baby. No, you're gonna have to get me where I am right now. And I love it. I have absolutely no regrets.
Well, I'm gonna say this because I went through my own thing where I went through a divorce. I didn't pay. I wanted it so bad that I paid for it. I didn't care how much it was. So
Mhm.
when I hear you speak about that, I'm telling you, it's like your story this season really, it just touched me. It really did because I was like, wow, she don't even know. I mean, there's two different stories, but it's like I feel it. It's like you took your power back. I feel like with
Mhm.
the show and everything, and you're very powerful this season. Now with you being the peacemaker and all these things, trying to get everybody together, it seemed like this season you just have had enough. You're still
Mhm.
that person, but I feel like I don't think people understand that people get a level where they just have enough is enough. So that it comes to your friendships. I love you and Marie's friendship. I always have, even from last season. But I feel like you're in the middle, or do you feel like you're in the middle between you and her whole situation with Latrice, the whole situation with their little situation? Because you're not involved with none of it. But once again, this the brunch that went to, you know,
Yeah.
I just trying to
Absolutely.
think how you deal with that.
Oh, absolutely. It's hard because I love both of those ladies, you
Mhm.
know, and I tell them both, you guys have so many similarities, you know.
Mm,
You guys could be a
mm,
powerhouse
mm,
together. And it's hard being in the middle. I'll tell anybody in any situation when you find yourself in the middle, it's easier to pick a side,
100%.
you know, because but these ladies, I love them, I respect them, they both pour into me,
Mhm.
spiritually, emotionally, you know, and I love them so much. And it's hard because you have to listen to one and not seem biased, you have to listen to another, you know, and I respect both of their opinions on the situation. I really just hope and pray that we can come together and say, you know what, like, let's erase that, let's move forward, you know. That's what I pray.
Now that we have the the newbies coming in and everything, does it? Do you feel? This is what I saw online that they're trying to take over. Well, especially with you. Let's talk about the plates and dirty plates. Which I mean, there was a debate about that on Twitter somewhere I saw about I some people said that okay, there was dirty plate. Yes, even though it's your event, but at that moment you didn't create that problem. You know, you to me you found a solution to it. You got clean plate, boom, boom, boom.
Hmm.
So, in your opinion, do you think that you handled that the way you're supposed to handle it? Because it's like a lot was going on, and it was kind of shady. But we'll be clear, it was shady with the dirty
Hmm.
plate. But because I could tell in your face you were frustrated. Do you feel like
Hmm.
you handled the way you should have handled that moment? I'm gonna say yes, but I'm not you.
Hmm. Absolutely. And what absolutely. And the energy. I'm an energy driven person. I move or stop on energy. That's me, you know, because that's just how I've always been. So when she walked into the brunch, her energy
Mhm.
was all off anyway. And being a newbie,
Mm,
you have to always know, coming in as a freshman Belle, you always have
that's
to,
cute.
when you come in, it's like, what are they on? You know, one thing about a queen,
Mm.
she's always aware that there'll be someone trying to dethrone her. So you're going to already have that, you know what I'm saying, that
Yes.
guard up. So I didn't understand that dirty plate. I didn't understand the whole situation. I didn't understand the negative energy at that time. So I'm just
Mhm.
like, what is going on? It really took me too fast. And I was definitely expecting more from her because I've had phone conversations with her before,
Oh
and
wow.
that wasn't the person that I talked to.
Gotcha. Wow. Okay. So you had the Fair Street thing going on, and that whole street reminds me of my hometown. I'm from a small town in Louisiana, and whenever they would show the street, I was like, it reminds me of that. Are we going to hear more about that and what you're doing with that? Because to me, I thought that was an amazing idea, and I hadn't heard anyone doing that in other states. Like, I mean, I'm from Louisiana, where there's a lot of small places like that where we're losing them.
Mhm.
So you doing that is a really big thing. So we're gonna see more of that in the show. In any results of you what you've done so far.
Mhm. Absolutely. You'll see more talk about Fair Street. I wouldn't say from me exactly, but
Okay.
as a story, as you continue to follow the story, you will hear more about Fair Street. You guys witness everything that I encountered
Mhm.
during the Fair Street project, trying to get it off the ground, trying to beat the doors down, trying to get callbacks. So, and without giving away too much, you guys will
Right.
see how the Fair Street story will unfold.
As far as I know that the big thing with you, as far as people talking online and all that kind of mess about the baby, allegedly the baby,
Mhm.
um, and I even debated about even talking about it because it's just really hard. It's not I don't relate to it, but just I just like you as far as your character and how you carry yourself. That I had a hard time watching that. I just was like, I just
Yeah.
she don't deserve all this stuff. I just the way I looked at it. If you understand, how did you deal with that in the public eye? That is a lot for anybody to deal with.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And I just want to clear up something. I know we say, "Do you have a baby? Do we have a baby?" This child is 8 years old.
Mm,
So,
okay.
Glenn, this was birthed out of an affair. Allegedly, there's a baby. Allegedly, we'll see. But this came from his affair, the affair that he had 8 years ago. It's hard, whether it's a newborn, a 20-year old, a 40-year old, a 50-year old, to
Mhm.
know that, my husband could possibly have a child. So yeah, it's it's very hurtful, and I'm not gonna sit here and water down my emotions about it. Yeah, it's hurtful, and I'm trying to deal with it the best way that I know how to deal with it. One day I'm hot, one day I'm cold, one day I'm warm, one day, you know what I mean? So that's just where it is. It's still hurtful to know that another woman shared a part of you that was supposed to be
Wow.
for you. So it's
Mm.
hurtful.
Somebody in the chat, another round, says that her aunt told her that you were in all the queen's men. Is that true?
What does that mean?
It's
And
it's a
all,
it's a show on BET Plus. It's actually a TV show.
okay, that
They're
I
at,
was I
I,
was on. No, this is the only show that I've been on.
I was like, I never heard that before.
Is that true? No, I'm sorry. Hey, I
There
don't
might
know
be
what you
stuff going around.
manifesting over there, but no, I haven't.
Look, she's gonna be on BET Plus next year. She's gonna be like, look, whatever y'all said in
Cause
Camishas chat,
it was manifested on camisha reviews, honey.
the people in the chat are saying that they are praying for you and your family because you have a lot of people that do support you and felt bad about what you were going through. As far as you and Marie, your friendship, did any of this stuff, whether it be TV or the stuff that's going on with the brunch, um, I don't want you giving too much spoils away either, but if you can talk, whatever you can say, cause any kind of rift in your friendship because that was a lot for what we just saw recently, and you were trying really hard to.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of it, yes, definitely, because one thing about it, and one thing that I love and admire about my friendship with Marie is that we can both tell each other when we feel like you're right, when we feel like
Mm,
you're wrong, and then we can curl in the bed and watch a Netflix movie, eat popcorn. So that's one thing that I do
I love
admire
it.
about our friendship, and you don't have friendships like that. And
Mm,
if she's definitely one of those people that I do value her opinion. So I will like check it out to see, let me look, am I looking at this wrong? And she'll do the same for me. That's why you've seen several times on the episode where Marie will be supportive. She's a supportive friend. She will show up even if she may not want to show up. She will still
gotcha.
show up and show her support. So yeah, just like sisters, just like friends, we go in and out all the time. But at the end of the day, it's nothing but love.
Being on this reality show, this is the second season. It's not many. A lot of things I cover are black women on reality TV because it's not a whole lot of coverage of that, and most of the time it's usually pretty messy. I think with Belle Collective, there's a little bit of mess in there, but I love some of the positive things that happen as far as supporting the black women, like you spoke of. Do you think that Marie and Latrice would ever work it out? And this is not saying you telling anything, but in your opinion, do you think they would ever work it out?
Well, Kamisha, in my opinion, I'm going to always say yes. I'm going to
Mm.
say yes. I do believe at some point they're going to be like, girl, you remember we were talking about Bondagate? You remember we were talking about this? That's just what I do believe because these women are amazing.
Mm.
They are amazing. If given the opportunity for both of them to experience each other amazingness, I think that it would
Yes.
be, it'll just be magical. So I am going to be optimistic. I am going to say, yes, I do believe at some point they're going to be like, you know what, girl, how can we get money together?
Oh, and see, you're about that. You about the coin, and
Yeah.
I love that too. You about making your own coin. Like when I seen, I said Red Bottoms when she walked in and showed your name on the wall. I was like, that's everything, and you're trying to
Yeah.
achieve and to me be a mentor to others. Do you do any mentoring? Speaking of that,
Absolutely, absolutely, and some that I don't even talk about. Absolutely, women will reach out. Believe it or not, contrary to popular belief, people will reach
mm,
out how to brunch. I just had a brunch down in your town, Louisiana, Lake Charles, where this young lady was actually a mentee of mine, and she put on her first brunch. I do mentorship all the time. I live for that. I love to see other people
really?
glow up. I love to see them take their brand to the next level and just feel good about themselves. So absolutely I do that. I'm actually offering now one-on-one empowerment sessions. I do those. Like whatever it is. It can be you want a business, it could be with your family, it could be just confidence, whatever you need to become the best version of yourself. That's my purpose, to bring that out in other women because I know what it feels like to not have anybody bring it out of you. You have to fight so hard to get it out of you. So now my gift, I want my gift that's inside of me to make room for other people's gift and to just pull out the purpose in them. So yeah, I do mentorship all the time. I love it. I love it.
That is beautiful. Now, see,
Yeah,
you do you
girl.
have anything that you start like a website or anything, or just like under your Instagram where they can find you to be able to get that started?
LetitiaPearson.com.
Okay, I'm gonna have everything.
LetitiaPearson.com.
I'm gonna have all of her links and stuff, of course, attached
Yeah.
to the channel, so you y'all can see everything. Yes, she is very beautiful. She really is.
Thank
I
you.
love to see
You
her
are
glow up.
too.
She has a bounce in her step. If you see how she walk now, like you, and she always had it. It's like a little bit swag. I ain't trying to be funny. It's like,
Yay. Yeah. I had to come out. It's just, it's amazing, man. We have to, in order for us to evolve, we have
yes.
to be able to embrace the evolution that's happening. We have to
Hmm.
trust the process and move. You can say all this time, I want to take this to the next level, I want to do this, I want to do that, but if you're not moving in and acting in it, waking up and becoming that, it'll never manifest for you. We can think all day, but we have to have, as we know, faith without works dead, but we also have to make action. You can manifest, you can visualize, but you got to take those steps. And so here I am, honey, I'm stepping and I'm walking in my purpose unapologetically.
Period. What is the next step for you, Mama? What's going on, Queen? What is your next? What do you have coming up?
What do I have coming up? Of course, the Letitia Pearson Enterprise. And under that, we have several different industries that I've
Hmm.
tapped into to create multiple streams of income. Something I can leave Joshua, breaking generational curses. So that's what next. That's what's next for me. Not
Mm.
only am I
Let's
breaking
go.
generational curses, but I'm breaking generational curses for everybody that's attached to me. So that's my purpose. That's what I'm doing. That's what's next. Keep moving in my purpose, keep breaking these curses, and keep serving other people along the way.
Wow. Wow. Okay, guys, we had a queen on here today. We had a boss on here. She's also teaching. She's leading the leadership, leading by example, also setting you up for success. We need
Absolutely.
to support and follow this queen and do what we got to do to support content creators, black content creative women who are out here with their own business, doing what they got to do. I'm a big advocate of that. But I want to thank you, Mama, for coming on and giving me your time and give me a little bit of everything today. I finally got you on here after all this time.
Thank
So
you
I
so
appreciate
much
you,
for
Mama.
having me. I love you. I
Yes.
support you. I stand for what you stand for. I love your class and everything. Just keep being great. Keep moving in your purpose. Don't quit, honey. This is
Mhm.
just the start. You've been doing it for a minute, but honey, you ain't
Yes.
seen nothing yet. So thank you,
Boy.
Queen, for having
Yes,
me. I
go.
salute you, and I wish you well in all your endeavors.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Mama.
Thank
Wow.
you, Camisha Reviews.
She's existing. Oh, wow. Yes. All right, guys, we gonna close the door. We out. Bye.